What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel for another week. Time to get back onto the 370. Got some plans to improve it again for the next round, which will be round 4 of the hill climb series. I'm going to do a bit of 3D printing, some intake stuff, also some stuff that adds no time at all, which is just some cosmetic things I want to do to the car as well. I've also done a bunch of research into why I'm struggling with shifting from second to third. I believe I've got a solution for that as well, which you'll see in the video. And yeah, I think that's kind of about it. No doubt probably missing some stuff, but yeah, let's get into it. Yo! All right, as I was saying before, I've 3D printed some adapters. So these little guys here, they're basically an adapter because the 370's intake system or intake pipes start off at around 66 mil. I've set them up to 3 inch, so 75 mil, where the airflow sensors go through. So the filters themselves are currently still in the engine bay because, as you know, I was just testing the piping to make sure I could handle the heat with the ABS. Now on a 370, where the factory airbox bolts in, it's got like a little sort of snout that goes into the radiator support, and in the radiator support there's actually like a little piece of injected plastic that bolts there. So I'm actually going to 3D print something that uses that interface. So there will go from the airflow sensor tube down to that'll be solid mounted, so there'll obviously be a rubber coupling. But the piece that bolts into the radiator support itself, I'll have them turn 90 degrees, so then I can run some nice big filters you know, in front of the radiator, so I'm getting the coldest air possible. So the filters I want to run are these guys here, so some BMC race power filters. I used to run these on the twin supercharged 86, but they're 100 mil, so they're massive. So there'll definitely no restriction issues. And I just thought a clean way to do it would be where the pipe comes around and turns hard 90. Run a soft mount there, so like a I guess a silicon coupling from that through to this. So that's the right size there. I've got 3D printed with radiuses and everything, and so that there will actually go into. Don't mind that. That's just some old dirty stuff. But anyway, so then that'll go in there like this. So that's like that, and then this will go into here like that. So yeah, just something simple. Look, you know, there's probably a million ways to do it, but I figure I've got the technology there with a 3D printer, and yeah, so that's the next step. I'll just got to measure up some measure up these little snouts that go through the radiator support, and similar to what I did with the louvers as far as taking a photo with a little ruler there. That'll give me a way to calibrate the photo, so then I can set, you know, the spacing for the bolt holes and everything, and for the size, and we'll go from there. All right guys, I'll just walk you through the process of designing my little louvers. So I'll just show you what you do. So basically, I don't have a 3D scanner, so you take a photo of the part you want to, or the area you want to go, and you put something like for a frame of reference, so a ruler, and I'll just show you here. Let's turn this on. That there should have put the photo there for some reason, just not. There we go. So that there's just obviously a photo of my quarter window on the 370. And I want to run inside this rubber here. So you import that and you've got your ruler there, and then you calibrate that photo based on, you know, a known point. So like, let's say from 10 to 20. So then you measure with your measure here. So you just measure from there to there. Let's say, I'll just do it roughly. There to there, and it comes up, and then you just calibrate that. So once you've done that, you then trace the base of trace your outline you want to go to. So that will be here. Next one along. That's it. Obviously I've just flipped it around now. You don't need the photo anymore because that now is to scale to the window. So get rid of that and there. And so then from there, I wanted to add louvers obviously. So you start by drawing a triangle on there. Just like that. And then extruding it. And then you mimic them along, get it to the angle you want. And then you drag them along, you select how many you want. Obviously that there is no good, so then you bring these back one at a time. I'll just jump ahead a bit for you. So that's just roughly how you want it. And then, now that you're happy with that, obviously, you know, you can look around, you can twist it around, but what you've got here in the back, so it's basically just triangles on top. So, you know, that's solid. That's not really what a vent's meant to do. So you just come along here. I put some radiuses on the edges. So radius all these, whoops, radius one more. And then radius the other side. Just like a little 5mm radius. Now we want to put some holes through here. So you select all the faces. And there you go, there's all the holes. Now, as you can see, those holes are, again, just punched through the louvered part of the top, but not through the base of the plate. So then you need to extrude down through there. And then as you can see, there we go. So basically that there, that one's a left hand side, and then all you do is you mirror that for the right hand side, and as you can see, you've just got vents. And yeah, so one of them's on the printer now, and let's see how they look and how they go. So the little printer here is working along. As I was saying, not sure if you can see that there. It's pretty bad light, but there we go there. So yeah, 13 hours odd to go, 13 hours 39, and that's the beginnings of it there. Just got some little build trees on the back there to support it. So yeah, we'll come back and have a look at that in the next few hours and just see how the progress is going. Okay, so let's go and check the printer. It's been going all night. Super big expensive box there, which is just an old baby seat box. Oh, she's fallen over. Alright, so all that stuff on the back, what that's called there is build trees. So that sticks to the bottom and helps support each one of the louvers. But yeah, there you go. So that's now the driver's side done. And as I say, these build trees will just come off the back. Actually, I can show you a set. So there's a set of the build trees there once they've come off. And yeah, like this one's still roughly trimmed, but that gives you an idea once the build trees are off. Alright, time to fit them to the car. Alright, so that's the finished 3D printed little window louvers. So just there. Yeah, just put some double-sided tape on the back. I'll peel the tape off and we'll go and see how it goes. probably put that on a little bit too high actually. That's all right. Just give it a test, see what it looks like, eh? And besides, that was the last of the double-sided tape, so even if I do want to move it, I'd have to grab some new tape. There you go. Not sure if the light does it any justice actually. Maybe if I come in from the other side here. Yeah, that probably gives you a better view. Yeah, well, there you go. I think that looks pretty cool. Obviously does 0 for your lap times. I guess I just love mucking around with Fusion, Fusion 360, or SolidWorks, whatever you use, and printing stuff. So that's one set of one, custom made. So you've got something that no one else has got on the car. But yeah, all right, I'll put the other one on the other side and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, that's the other side done. I fitted that one up much nicer. So I've got a bit of shadow here, but yeah, the gap here, I lined that up much better on this side. Let's try from this side. Yeah, a little set of louvers and the venting in behind there. I'll try and grab a light actually. Yeah, not sure if that's going to help at all. Anyway, you get the idea. Well, there you go. As I said, one set of one. Does absolutely 0 for my lap times. But yeah, just wanted to do it. Thought about it, so quickly designed it up and printed them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, and I guess if there's any of you guys out there with 370s or whatnot and you're interested in a pair, just yeah, let me know in the comments or DM me and I'll print you up a set. All right, so that's the shifter knob that's come out of the 370. Don't even know the brand. Yeah, like blocks, I guess. I'm not too sure. I'm sorry to sound ignorant if it's some big name or whatever, but either way, I just cannot believe the weight of it. It is ridiculous. I'll put it on some scales later just to work it out. But yeah, basically, as I say, that shifter, the shifter, like, it was that short that this piece, this little ball, was pushed right down and the boot was completely flat. So I've just measured it up. I'm actually going to extend it, or make the total length of the shifter 125 mil. So just to give you an idea, so believe it or not, 125 mil. That'll give you an idea of the difference. So yeah, I'm going to give that a crack and just see if that helps with the shifting and the missed gears. So, all right, let's get into it. All right, that's it there. We'll screw it on and see how it goes. Alright guys, so I've finished the shifter. I'd probably prefer to do it in black nylon, but I didn't have any here, and yeah, I guess just testing the principle anyway. I've just tested it then and it already feels so much better. So look, I'm not making excuses, but I was absolutely struggling to go from second to third, and I'll show you why. Like, I'll just turn this around. But yeah, like obviously that shift is massive, but to give you an idea of what I was using was that little thing there. So you can see the difference, like literally that was the height of the boot. So if I go back here and give you a bit more perspective. So each gear change was like literally just your wrist. And yeah, like it's very hard then to get precise. Like sure, it might be a bit of a quicker shift if you could get into gear, but now like I can go first, second, third. Like you've just got the difference between first, third, but also fifth is massive. And that's what I was doing. I was going first, second, and then going fifth by mistake. So now first, second, third every time. But yeah, I'll test that a bit more and see if I like it. I know that's not going to be everyone's cup of tea how big and doofy it is. Partially just wanted to sort of copy the diameter of the sequential of the shifter on my sequential in my 8.6. But yeah, if this solves the problem, man, that'll make up so much more time on the track. Like I'm literally wasting at least half a second trying to change gears. But yeah, if this fixes it, I'll machine one up out of black nylon and go from there. All right guys, that's another week done in the garage on the 370. Just mainly some plastic work with the 3D printing and machining the gear knob, etc. Got Easter coming up this weekend, so I've got a fair bit of stuff I want to get done as well. Want to try and fit a seat to like a bucket seat to the car and a few bits and pieces, and keep working on these intakes, so to get the filters in front of the radiator. But yeah, anyway, thanks again for watching along. I really appreciate it. And yeah, just remember, treat people how you'd like to be treated and be good. Thanks for watching guys. Peace out. You. Mother